Another storm coming through, bringing us possibly some scattered snow and rain, and then it should clear up for the weekend. 38 as you get up right now. Friend of the show, Nicea Degering from ABC4 in studio.
So happy to be here.
Hi, mate.
So cool to see what you guys do. I mean, there's a lot of bells and whistles that are going on back here. Smoke and mirrors.
Levers and buttons and all kinds of stuff.
It is. Good to see you guys.
Nice to
My
see you.
favorites in the morning. Thank you so much for letting me come on. I appreciate it. I've been better. I've been better. I'm trying to be authentic in 2020 and not say I'm fine when I'm not fine.
Yeah,
Good
well,
for you.
yeah.
Just knows this. I've been better. You guys, I'm here for a couple reasons. First, I want your listeners to know just how easy it is now digitally to be completely taken advantage of.
Right.
And a lot of people at Channel 4 dealing with this right now. But I, along with
dealing with what you're dealing with?
information being taken from us.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's such a sick feeling.
Right.
It is especially, I think I'm a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
And you go back in your mind to all the times that you hand your phone to someone. You go, here's my password. And you walk away. And I'm not talking your inner circle, just anyone that you're like, hey, put that on my phone. No problem. Here's my password. I look back at all those times, and a lot of us are looking back at how trusting we've been with our information, and we're feeling frustrated, especially me, because starting last October, this is so interesting. When you're when your identity is being stolen, how you don't know unless someone comes forward and tells you.
Right.
So it's October. I check my social media, and a guy says, just wanted to double check, did you hire me for a party after we crossed paths at Comic-Con? And I said, no, I did not. He sends me an email that Nicea Degering has sent him saying, I would like to hire you for this and this birthday party, and I think you're attractive.
Oh, my gosh.
So immediately he goes, I was flattered. I go back and forth with you for a while, but then thought I'd double check. Smart guy.
Wow.
I think nothing of it. 3 days later on LinkedIn, I get a message, you've ghosted me. Why didn't you show up for our date? I said, we've never met. This is a gentleman who's been on the show. I've interviewed him, but we've never met privately. He goes on to say, we've been chatting for months.
Oh, gosh.
He's chatted this Nicea Degering for months. Since then, that was October, November, I've been put on no less than 6 dating sites. Bumble last night. This is not me. This is my picture, my profile, my name. They're taking pictures from my Instagram, throwing me on dating profiles. I was on Tinder. If you swiped right over the weekend.
You are. Our buddy Albert said,
he just
hey, I saw
emailed us.
Nicea on Tinder. I said, that's not Nicea. I said, it's a hoax. It's a scam. She's being impersonated.
Whoever answered you. And how do you know? I've never been on a dating site.
Right.
So how do you know when you swipe and you think you're talking to someone? I don't know. Like, do you
Kylie
check
used to
and
do
double
that.
check?
You really don't.
You don't
You
know
don't.
if that's
Yeah.
that person that you're talking to. You
Yeah.
have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah,
Like, I have no
scary.
idea if you swiped who was communicating with you as me. So it goes on. In just Friday, in the last week, I interviewed someone last week. Immediately, this Nicea texts them, married man, and asks them out. So you feel helpless. You feel, I mean, this Nicea has an email, and this Nicea has a fake phone number that they're using.
And she's talking risque.
and
so
talking
she's,
inappropriately to all these people. I got a message on Facebook Sunday, and the gentleman said, I miss you. Why don't we speak anymore?
Oh, my gosh.
I said, who are you? He said, we've been talking for 2 years.
2 years.
2
Are
years.
you kidding?
No.
And completely inappropriately, but knew little facts about me, little things that made him think it was me, but then the rest was all not true.
And it's all coming from it's your email address, right? Is that what it was?
No, this is a fake email. It's a fake email
Oh, wow.
and a fake phone number. And it's as much as our tech people can find. It's a Google number. I finally, when I got a message that someone was sent to my home to hook up with my actual address,
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
called Sandy Police Department.
Okay.
So they're investigating, but this is not something that ends overnight or that they can figure out. I mean, our tech people at Channel 4, throw it in and they try to find out where's that email. If you haven't connected that email to other things, it's pretty tough to find.
Yeah.
Or the phone number.
I had nothing like to this extent, but just not too long ago, there was a listener of ours that reached out and said something. I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like she emailed something and then I didn't really know what she was talking about. So I emailed her back and then she said, well, long story short, somebody was impersonating me and she thought she was having this conversation with me. And so I don't know how deep it went or whatever with other people, but I had to go on the air and say, hey, look, if you're on Instagram, it's Frankie SLC. There's no underscore or anything like that. So it's not, if that's who if you're or going back and forth with somebody and it's other than Frankie SLC, then it's not me. So somebody was impersonating me, and then that person I contacted Instagram, and then they took the thing down. But I don't know how deep it went. but this is messed up.
Oh,
But
it's
if you
bad.
don't know, I mean, if these gentlemen, I don't know how many are out there right now.
Right.
Going, wait, I talked to you this morning. No, you didn't.
Ugh.
And I feel, and all of them are humiliated and embarrassed. So you don't want to come forward once you know it's not me. So I twofold why I'm here. A, if I've texted or messaged you inappropriately, or you've seen me on a dating site, it isn't me.
Wow.
I'm fun. I'm not that fun. I'm a good time. I'm not quite that good of a time.
So what did
No.
Sandy police say? Because is it illegal to impersonate? Because I thought that people, I mean, it sucks, but I didn't think it was illegal to impersonate people. But when you start messing with addresses and stuff like that, I think that's where it crosses the line as far as being illegal.
So I have learned in the past week that there is an individual that also has my daughter's Gmails, my daughter's information.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know how deep this goes. Is it illegal? Here's the question. It's really hard to put something like this into, is it stalking?
Yeah.
Or is it identity
Absolutely.
theft? Which one is it?
My point is they should, if it's not illegal, which I don't think certain parts
parts
of
of it.
Yeah, it should be. There
I
should be
agree.
more done as far as making laws because it is borderline stalking.
And when you hop on Tinder, I'll just have you know, and Bumble and Match and all the sites that I've apparently been on, to get off when you don't have an account takes days
Oh, yeah.
and weeks. And is this really you and legitimately you?
Right.
So I want you all right now, like if you have Gmail, which I did not know, go into your security settings, go look and see what other devices are logged into your Gmail. I had no idea you should do this. I check in November and 2 devices have been in my Gmail, one for a year and a half and another for 6 months. So I had no idea they were not my devices. So once you hop into your Gmail, the window opens to your world. Everything from your photos to your passwords to your, so the dive just goes deeper and deeper.
Wow.
And then you try to go back and change I'm just going to change my phone password. Doesn't do a whole lot when
Right.
someone has accessed your information and the window into you. So my warning to you is get in your Gmail, look to see if emails are forwarded to someone, look to see if there's someone that's been on your device. That 2-step verification, everyone should have it on all of your passwords. If you don't, get it. I mean, you have no idea who's peeping in on you, and you can't, once it's done, going back and trying to put all the pieces
it's a
back together
mess.
are a mess.
So I don't want to say, who, but do you have an idea then who this could be, or is it person or people? Like what? I mean, it
That's
could-
a great question because it seems like a lot of work for
Right,
someone to
right.
communicate with all these different people and keep the
right.
story straight.
I'm just curious because it sounds like it might be more than one person. I don't
so
know.
to not jeopardize an investigation
course.
that is currently going on because I want this person or people arrested.
Right.
There is someone in particular that was close to a lot of people that it could be that I know at the station. But I don't know.
Right.
Because then someone, that's completely random, this guy over the weekend, he wasn't on the show. I've never met him before. And then also it's someone, I mean, I can pull up the text immediately. It's Nicea saying, it's Nicea Degering and hi, and you're hot and I interviewed you and can I take you to dinner tonight?
Oh,
And this was as current as last Friday.
Wow.
how
So
violating. Plus, you've got kids that are teens. I mean, that is just so scary.
it is, and you feel helpless.
Yeah.
You feel helpless too, other than, we're talking about this on the show today. If you tune into Good Things Utah at 9, we have someone from the Attorney General's office talking about it. Every police department, I think this is one of those things that is, right? This isn't something that they've all been trained to investigate
True.
because you're diving
Right.
down in. To
Right.
I'm not good at this.
Right.
I don't know how to suddenly, I mean, when people said, well, did you change this and that? And have you looked at this? No. What are you talking about? So I think this is something to be aware of. This is something that's out there. Is there a monetary gain to it? Are they into your Amazon account? Are they into your, or is it just simply a voyeur that's into your stuff?
Wow.
Be aware. We're going to talk about it with the Attorney General's office and also a tech guy on the show today that says 5 things you can do today
Okay.
to try to protect yourself from what's happening. Yeah, it's a cautionary tale that is still going on for me because, Michelle Money texted me last night and said, sweetie, you're on Bumble.
Oh my gosh.
Will you keep us posted then, kind of as much as you can,
Yes,
like with what's going on
absolutely.
with it?
Yes, I will. And thank you. And Frank, you know how it feels, Frank. Just a little bit of
Yeah.
this loss of your control over your identity.
Well, and we had our identity stolen. So this is something that happened probably, about 3 years ago now? So, and it was Sandy Police that called me, and we were up in Deer Valley, my wife and I, and all of a sudden her phone rang, and she was talking to somebody, and I was convinced that it was like a scam or whatever. So I'm like, give me the phone. So then I pick it because he was asking for me on her phone, and I said, who is this? And he was very just very well spoken and very articulate, and just had a commanding sound with his voice. And then he said something about, we all listen to you down here. And he was saying he was from Sandy Police. And I was like, wait a minute, now who are you? And because he had said something about identity theft. So long story short with this is there was somebody that was passed out in front of somebody else's house in Sandy. They showed up because they thought it was like a medical thing. They didn't know what it was. Turns out this guy had all this stuff in the back of all this other people's information. So our information was involved with like probably a couple hundred other people that had their identity stolen. So we figured it was somebody that had done work at our house. They got into one of the rooms in the house and they took basically just a bunch of stuffed tax information, and they were getting ready to either sell it or they did sell it. So we were able to get that stuff back. But then, like the officer said, it's like, there's not a lot. I mean, you just got to watch your
waiting game.
Yeah, you just watch your stuff, and you just hope to God that nobody's stealing. Like 2 years down the line, somebody's trying not to get a house, or trying to get a house or a car in your name or a boat or whatever.
Right? Did they sell that? Do they have that information about you once the windows open?
So out there.
So shut your windows, everyone.
Yeah.
Shut all those windows.
Lock them.
And just know that Nicea Degering's probably in her jammies tonight with her kids, not texting you.
And her dog.
Not on Bumble
And her
or
dog.
Tinder. Yeah.
Nicea Degering. I want to be mysterious and exciting, and I'm not doing I'm doing a great job with someone fake, because I'm really not. So thank you, because I think for me this is taking some control back, talking about it on the show and with all of you, because if you don't talk about this and this isn't spoken about, then these people have control.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're taking it back today, everybody.
Good for you.
So thank you so much for letting me do this.
And keep us posted.
I will.
All right, good luck. We're going to come back here, late edition of Hollywood Headlines. What are we talking about?
Is Kevin Spacey